Hello everyone, welcome to the virtual class of Corporate Social Responsibility, popularly known as CSR. In previous sessions, I have discussed meaning of CSR, features of CSR, different stakeholders associated with the company, and section 135 of the Companies Act related to threshold limit for the application of CSR. Today, in this session, I would like to discuss one of the important topic that is related to activities to be performed under CSR. Let me ask a question to you that do we perform any activity under CSR? There are two different options available on your screen, either yes or no. Some of the students may think that company can perform any activities under CSR, and some of the students are thinking no. Let me tell you, the correct answer is no, because the Companies Act 2013 already defined certain activities which can be included in CSR policy of the company, and it is mentioned in Schedule-VII. So, the companies are required to follow the activities mentioned in Schedule-VII. These activities are considered as a part of corporate social responsibility activities performed by the company. Let me explain a few activities in detail. These activities are open-ended. It means it may be possible that in future the Companies Act 2013 may add certain activities in these list, or it may be possible that some of the activities may be removed. So this list is not closed-ended. It's absolutely open-ended. So inclusion and reduction in these list is possible. As of now, so many activities are included in this list. So I'm going to discuss a few important activities with you. The first and foremost activity is all about reinvesting the profits in environmental conservation program. As we all know, that entire world is fighting against the pollution, and so many problems are there because of the pollution. In this situation, we need to maintain the nature. We need to preserve the nature. We need to develop artificial forest. We need to pay lakhs of rupees on conservation of environment. And this is need of the hour that we cannot avoid. Ultimately, it is for the purpose of the live species on the earth, because if we damage the environment, we cannot survive. So if any company is spending amount on environmental conservation program, it may be considered as a part of CSR. Then second one, from the picture it is clear that when any corporate house is spending amount on health and safety programs of community or society and expenditure on medical research. Say for example, right now we all are passing through the problem of COVID-19, and the research on COVID-19 is highly in demand, because ultimately it is a survival of mankind on this earth. So if any company is taking initiative and paying expenditure on these kind of research or any program related to health and safety related to community and society, then this expenditure is allowed as corporate social responsibility. The third one is all about promotion of education, vocational skills, and employability enhancement programs, special and general education. As we all know that our condition is not that much of good as far as education is concerned. In this situation, it is necessary for the country, necessary for the nation to contribute something in the development of the education, both general education as well as special education, vocational skills, and employability enhancement programs. It means if any company is ready to contribute something out of their profit for these kind of activities, government will allow expenditure made by them under corporate social responsibility, that is CSR, because it is also need of the hour. Then reducing child mortality and improving maternal health by providing good hospital facilities and low cost medicines. We all are suffering from so many problems related to child mortality, means death of a newborn baby before completion of 1 year of the age. It is really a serious matter for the nation. Same way, death at the time of pregnancy. And what about health, hygiene, and nutrition to a mother after pregnancy? So, the government has taken this initiative, and with this good objective, this activity is also included in the list of CSR. So if any company is ready to spend their profit on these kind of activity related to food, nutrition, maternal health, reducing child mortality, and availability of the medicine at low cost, then the expenditure incurred by them is allowed as CSR. Next one is all about training and development of sports activities, especially to underprivileged groups. Sports as a hobby is a very economical, but sports as a career, as a profession, is very expensive because it requires good quality of training, facilities, proper diet, food, and other supplements. These kind of facilities required thousands of rupees or say lakhs of rupees, and only with these expenditure we can prepare the athletes, we can prepare the sports stars to present our nation at a national and international level. So if any corporate house is ready to undertake these kind of responsibility to prepare sports stars who can present, who can represent India at a global level, then the expenditure incurred by the corporate house on this kind of activity is completely considered under corporate social responsibility, and this expenditure is allowed as deduction from tax as well. Next, the most important, promotion of sanitation, that is cleanliness, hygiene, clean drinking water, contribution to the initiative taken by the government for Clean India, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. If any corporate house is ready to spend their profit on these kind of activities, then the portion of the profit spent on this kind of activity is allowed as a deduction from tax as the expenditure incurred on corporate social responsibility. These activities are more important because we are facing lots of problem related to sanitation and drinking water facility. So this is primary requirement of any nation. So if corporate houses are ready to spend on this kind of activity, it may be treated under CSR. One more activity, next activity in this list. It is all about promotional activities for gender equality. The companies are required to spend out of their profit for the promotional campaign of gender equality. They need to spend on awareness program among the people, among the society, because still we are facing some problems related to gender bias and we need to overcome these bias, and it is also the primary requirement of any country for the purpose of overall development. Then I have prepared a list in which we can include a few activities that can be covered under the head of CSR. First, promotion of art, culture, and national heritage. For the purpose of promotion of these kind of activities like promotion of the art, promotion of the culture, and to save the national heritage, if any company is ready to undertake this kind of responsibility, then the expenditure incurred by them on these activities treated as CSR. Setting up public libraries. For the purpose of setting up public libraries, the expenditure incurred on building, purchase of the books, other infrastructure, we need lakhs of rupees. It is not necessary that corporate social responsibility is covered only for the different areas of art, culture, national heritage, health, hygiene, safety, equality. Even setting up of the public library is a part of mental enrichment of the society. So if any company is ready to spend their profit on setting up of the public libraries, then government will allow this expenditure under CSR. Activities related to agriculture, forestry, and animal welfare. As you all know that India is agricultural predominant economy, and we have done so many researches in the field of agriculture, and still so many things are to be done that we are doing, and it requires millions of rupees. Development of the forest, saving the wildlife, animal welfare. If any corporate house is running only for the purpose of earning the profit, then who is looking for these kind of activities? So with the broad objective, these activities also part of corporate social responsibility. So even a corporate house is required to pay expenses on this area. Then if you don't want to do any kind of activity, but you would like to contribute to Prime Minister National Relief Fund, PM Cares Fund. Recently, central government announced that whatever the charity or donation done by the corporate house to the PM Cares Fund to fight against COVID-19, the donation is allowed as a CSR. Then Clean Ganga Mission. Ganga is a holy river and it is over polluted. So a special initiative is taken for cleaning the Ganga, for the development of a social and economical aspect, that is a socio-economic development fund for the required groups, other approved institutions for incubators, or say some of the schemes undertaken by the government like Skill India Mission, Make in India, Startup India. So if you promote incubation, then it is treated as a CSR from your part. Disaster management. We are facing so many natural disasters from last a decade. Earthquake, tsunami, flood, cyclone, and these all natural disasters makes loss of thousands of human lives and billions of rupees of the properties. So if anybody is ready to contribute in disaster management fund, or they would like to undertake the activities related to disaster management, then also it is allowed as CSR. As I said in the beginning, this is simple examples where a company can contribute for CSR. This list is not exhaustive. So many other activities can be included in this list, like removal of the poverty, hunger eradication, then development of the backward areas, then development of old age homes, facilities for senior citizens. So many other activities are included in this list. So this list is inclusive. Anytime any activities can be included in the list as and when it is required by the government. If government think fit, it can be included in the list. At the end, I would like to show you a list prepared by UNDP, United Nations Development Project, for the sustainable development of any nation. So these are the sustainable goals. Indirectly, you can say that these activities are also part of corporate social responsibilities. In fact, it is a social responsibility. Now, if any activities are undertaken by corporate houses, then one can treat these kind of activities under the domain of CSR. I hope everybody is clear with the activities to be performed under CSR. Keep watching next sessions in order to understand technical part of CSR. Thank you. God bless you. Keep learning. Keep growing.